Good morning. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Top of the morning, you all. Top of the morning. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I am your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News, y'all. Come on in. I had actually covered this particular story last night about 2 a.m., y'all, about 2:30, 2 something in the morning, trying to get out this particular conversation with you all. This weekend we had a married couple who had stepped out for a moment to enjoy themselves and have a few drinks at a local hookah bar, you all. And in this particular case, the brother had and also taken his little sister with him to this particular hookah bar. Now, mind you, you all, before I get off into this, I want to kind of discuss a few things about, going to these particular places, so forth and so on. And, how you just going to pretty much a strange place, a new environment, you all, places that people go and they're around drinking and having a good time with people that they do not actually know. I said it, these are people that you do not actually know. This is one of the most dangerous things that can possibly go on, you all. And thankful the ladies, both of them were with, their husband and their would-be brother, you all. Like I said, it was a bad situation, turned real bad, you all, because these particular ladies, they began to have seizures, you all. I said it. They was having seizures in which these particular seizures caused them to foam out of the mouth. Like I said, it kind of was a similarity to a horror story, you all. I said a similarity to a horror story. Because mind you, the husband, he was very upset, you all. He couldn't understand what was actually going on because they hadn't really been in this particular establishment no longer than 10, possibly 20 minutes, you all. Enough for them to, I believe, have a second go round or something of that nature. And like I said, before I get off into this, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC, Sections 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. Like I said, in this particular situation, you all, like I said, we are actually going to places that you do not realize. You don't know none of these people around here, and you out at certain times of the morning, you all. Now, don't get me wrong, because I was once young myself, and we did like to go places. We did like to go out and hang out with our friends and have drinks, so forth and so on. But mind you, people, these particular places were places that we had known. These particular club owners, they also knew our parents, most of them, you all. And like I said, we pretty much was around a lot of people that, pretty much knew us, you all. But in this particular case, I mean, this is something that is starting to happen a lot, you all. These people are out here, some very evil people. And I said that to say that, we were going to particular places that we knew because we actually don't know these club owners, you all. We do not know a lot of these club owners today. You would just naturally hear of a place that might be jumping, might be doing so forth and so on, and then you proceed to go there and want to check out the place, you all. But mind you, you never check out the establishment owners, you all. And I did take some time out to look up these particular, hookah store owners, because a lot of things about this particular situation and this particular club kind of sparked my attention, you all. Like I said, it's a very dangerous thing to have someone come behind you and put something into your drink where they can possibly kill you, you all. I said it, they can possibly kill you. And with so much sex trafficking going on, I mean, anything could happen. Had these particular ladies had not had a male adult with them, I mean, ain't no telling where they would be today, you all. We don't even know if these ladies would actually be alive, you all, because one of the ladies proceeded to, start having these seizures inside of the bathroom, inside of this particular club, where she fell and had internal bruises and broke one of her toes, you all. But like I said, it's one thing that you all have to realize. You going in these particular clubs with possible rapists, drug addicts, possible murderers, possible convicted felons. I mean, all type of, you have so many mixed spirits and different people in these places and establishments. I mean, you absolutely are around these particular people drinking that you have no knowledge of. You don't know where they come from. If they had just committed a murder, if they had just committed a sexual assault, if they stalk us, if they predators, that's one thing about going to so many of these different places, you all. And like I said, my main thing was knowing these particular club establishments, because a lot of these foreign people and some whites also, you all, they like to profit off of our people. I said it, they pretty much like to profit off of the misfortune of the black community, you all. Like I said, one of the most things that really piqued my attention also was one of their mirrors that you have in there, one of their particular images, you all. Now, mind you, this is a club backdrop, and it's usually what a lot of people have in these different club establishments, where you can kind of go in there and sit down and pretty much take a picture behind, or something of that nature. But then I look on this thing and I'm like, I mean, would I really want to be partying with Dr. Martin Luther King? Would I really want to be partying with Aaliyah? Having drinks with Dr. King. Dr. King gonna tell you to get up at this particular place and establishment, you all. I mean, these are some of the things that was kind of confusing to me, because I wouldn't want to sit down and get drunk or high with Dr. Martin Luther King staring right down my nose, like I said, and then, it's not such a bad thing drinking, because Jesus actually turned water into wine. I said it. He actually turned water into wine and said, drink and be merry. So, most of the time, it's the things that you overindulge in, you all. I mean, you can overeat, and that's gluttony. You can go to bed with your stomach full and your neighbor's stomach empty. That's also a sin, you all. Of a similar magnitude, like I said. So I'm saying that to say it's just not so bad, you all. But then we have to remember that so many people have kind of rewrote the book, you all, manipulated the book to kind of fix it the way they wanted to fix it, because we don't know if he turned the water into wine, or, my particular thing was why Jesus didn't turn it to no lemonade, why Jesus didn't make no tea, why Jesus didn't make a whole bunch of fruit punch or something like that, or some things of that nature. But like I said, my main thing is protecting yourselves at all times. I will take the time out and read the clip. And another thing that was puzzling to me about these particular owners, you all, and these are some of the dead giveaways, because this was one of their first advertisement ads, and possibly they was going to start their establishment with the logo of the Martin Lawrence family, Martin and Gina. This how that people, they really don't care about us. They got a sitcom on there like it's Cheers or something. Like I say, people will come in and, they will use all our cultural type of swag, may I say, or debonair, vernacular. They try to take on everything that we really do, you all. And like I said, these are some of the dead giveaways. Now, I actually did, like I said, take the time out and actually want to look up this particular place, you all, because mind you, you also have now in this day and time a lot of prejudiced people, you all. So I mean, you may go to an establishment with people that actually hate blacks, and then you sitting down drinking from these different bartenders. They might just hate your whole race of people, but they actually sitting there serving you some drinks, you all. This is why I think it's most important for people to actually stay at home and, do your thing, party, turn up. You might have a better time just sitting at home, go get you a piece of foil paper and poke a bunch of holes in the top of your flashlight and wrap it around your flashlight and just twirl it around the room, and then you're going to get your little club lights, your little action going, you all. Like I said, you might have a whole lot of more fun at home, and you're definitely going to be safer, you all. Like I said, but it's just crazy. I'm going to go ahead on and read the little clip. It said Two women says their drinks were laced at a Houston hookah lounge, causing them to seize. Hospital found opioids in their system, you all. And like I said, that's a very dangerous thing, because these particular opioids have also fentanyl in these type of drugs, you all. It said what began as a Friday night out with his wife, Ryan, and his sister, Brittany, to listen to live music at a culture hookah lounge ended up in way Hubert Cage would have never imagined, you all. I'm tired, frustrated, and angry, Cage said less than 10 minutes after both women finished their second drinks. Cage said Ryan and Brittany both started having seizures, you all. And like I said, this particular news clip does say something a little different, you all, because in the news clip, this particular clip said that these women had 2 drinks, you all. But from Mr. Cage, his own voice said they had just went in there and wasn't in there but a good solid 10 minutes, you all, before these ladies had finished their drinks, and they was actually begin to have these seizures, you all. Like I said, it's a very, very dangerous thing. He said, when I saw their condition, I thought they were dying, Cage said. He said they both had 2 seizures at the bar. Brittany was in the bathroom and hit the floor so hard she broke her right toe, suffering internal bleeding and bruising. His wife was right outside the door. She was seizing and foaming out the mouth, Cage said. They each had their third seizure in the truck while being rushed to the hospital. So while they was on the way to the hospital, these ladies began to have seizures again after having 2 seizures in this hookah spot, you all. And mind you all, this particular hookah spot is right here off of Hillcross, you all. So it's in I want to say a happening area, so it said they each both had seizures after the truck, you all. He said, how did opioids get in their system, and they don't even take medication, you all? It said, we are kind of baffled at this point, he said. Kay said he believed their drinks were laced with drugs and that the women were targeted. It said the family filed a police report with the Houston Police Department after they were discharged from the hospital. It said they were suffering from memory loss. So these particular ladies are still going through things today, you all. These particular ladies are still having seizures, so forth and so on. It said not seizures, but just side effects from the poison that they had ingested into their body. It said they had been suffering from memory loss, dizziness, nausea, caution, confusion, or loss of balance. Somebody had to intentionally do this. It said somebody has to be held accountable. Case it said the owner of the cultural hookah lounge said that they would be willing to provide comments or the entire incident, and the law enforcement officials on the scene reviewing the camera work, you all. And like I said, man, that's a very, very dangerous thing, because like I said, again, what had he actually not been there, you all, had she not taken her husband with her, and it was just some simple girls' night out, these sisters possibly, I'm more than sure they possibly wouldn't have made it home, you all. Because mind you, once these particular people poison you, they are following you to trying to see where you may stop at, because they may potentially want to rob you. They may potentially want to harm you, or they could possibly be trying to kidnap you for some kind of sex trafficking operation, you all. Like I said, it's just a different day and time today. It's just a different day and time. You know, we have so much going on in this world right now, and like I said, the most safest thing to do is to actually stay home, you all. That will be my biggest solution. Like I said, stay home and enjoy yourself at home. That way you can actually invite you a handful of people. I said that you can actually invite you a handful of people. You know, make sure that if you invite a male, that you also tell him to invite his little woman or his wife, so forth and so on. So when he gets to your house, he won't just be looking at your wife all the time. And then vice versa. You know, you have your lady friend to bring you know, her husband, so forth and so on, so she won't be staying in your man face half of the night. You know, these are some of the type of things that you want to do when you growing and trying to change, and or simply just trying to elevate. Like I said, you know, and you know, when you're going out with people, y'all have to actually watch each other's backs, you all. Pay attention to your drinks, keep them covered. You know, take you a napkin, you all, and place it over the top of your drink. And, you know, and y'all take turns going to the bathroom. I wouldn't particularly go at the same time when you go into places, like I say, that you don't know where you at. You don't absolutely know your surroundings, you all. I mean, this is one of the main things that I did also as a young man, when me and my family members would actually go to these type of places. You know, I would kind of be off in the cut in the back, kind of looking out, trying to see what's going on, trying to see if somebody may be approaching them in a hostile manner, maybe dropping something in their drinks, things of that nature, you all. Like I say, it's very important to pay attention to your surroundings. You know, like I'm under the impression that when they actually got to this particular establishment, they may have kind of broke off, and, you know, the two women were together. He may have went to the bathroom or passed by the pool table or went to go see what was possibly on the jukebox, you know, while these particular ladies was retrieving drinks and so forth and so on. Like I said, I would also, I'm pretty sure this place had some type of cameras, but I wouldn't just run them back. I would want to see the actual people that's fixing the drinks, you all. And like I said, a lot of times we go to these places. Everybody not a believer. Everybody don't believe in God nowadays. You know, everybody not Christians, you all. So these are one of the main that you have to take in consideration. Because what if you go into somebody's establishment and they straight up atheists or they possible devil worshippers? I mean, you never know where you actually going, you all, and we don't know what's going to happen on in the back of some of these places. Not to say this particular place could have been like this, but it's possible. You know, you like I say, you go into these particular places, you are actually drinking, getting in a state of drunkenness of what would be not Christ-like. And also, like I said, you are actually doing all these things around strangers, people that you absolutely never seen in your life. So that's a very dangerous thing, you know. Being young, you don't kind of think about these things when you young and you actually out there yourself doing these type of things, you know. But that just go to show you the power of the Lord and how long He actually been with you, because some of these places are absolutely like walking in the lion's den. I said it. Some of these places are absolutely like walking in the lion's den, you all. It's very dangerous, you know. Like I say, you can also buy you one of them little hookahs at home, you know. They have the small ones and they go up to the pretty big size, even the sizes that they do have sitting on some of these particular tables, you all. Like I said, so this is one of the main things that you have to always realize when you go into these places.
Laced with drugs at a local lounge. The victims say it happened at the Culture Hookah Lounge on Hillcroft Street in Southwest Houston last night. KPRC 2's Andy Sterling live outside that lounge. Only on 2 tonight. Andy?
Lauren, what began as a Friday night out with his wife Ryan and sister Brittany to listen to some live music at the Culture Hookah Lounge here in Southwest Houston ended in a way that Herbert Cage would have never imagined. He says less than 10 minutes after both women finished their second drinks.
When I seen their condition, I thought they were dying.
Herbert Cage says both women suffered 3 seizures, 2 in the bar and 1 in his truck, while he was driving them to the emergency room. Lab work shows they tested positive for opioids. Cage says he believes someone laced their drinks with drugs. He says the ER doctor told them this is in line with what someone who OD'd on fentanyl would experience. They filed a police report after being discharged from the hospital. Both women, he says, have been suffering from memory loss, dizziness, nausea, confusion, and loss of balance.
Why did opioids get in their system? Because they don't take medicine. So we kind of baffled at this point. Somebody had to intentionally do this, so somebody has to be held accountable.
Cage says he is speaking.
Like I said, somebody definitely has to be held accountable. And this is one of the reasons why I came on, you all, because I'm more than sure that you all are going to step out this weekend. That's one thing about the city of Houston, you all, my particular city. It does not sleep. It's always something that you can actually get off into or, find some type of recreation type of an atmosphere, you all, some type of party place, so pay attention to these different places, you all. And like I said, most of these people, I believe this man may have a chain of these particular establishments. I'm not sure if he had sold them all, but the LLC that actually owns this place is actually coming out of Austin, you all, so like I said, there's nothing bad really about Austin, but like I said, we never know who these particular owners are. You go into places you don't know what they actually do, you all. So these is some of the things that you need to understand, and stick to the places that you're most familiar with. If you still indulging in these type of activities, it's very important to do that. Don't just go places you unfamiliar with, thinking you finna cut your hair back and you finna just turn up and get loose, you all, because you have to always pay attention to your surroundings. I mean it, man. Always pay attention to your surroundings. It's a very dangerous thing And actually, I think it has happened to me before, you all. I think so, but I was not able to prove that because of the condition that I was actually in, you all. I said I could not prove this because of the condition that I was actually in. I mean, how can you actually prove that somebody is doing something to you like this when you partying outrageously, when you having these out of control actions, you all, then you are not aware of everything that's actually going around you. And this particular night, I was around in a good, comfortable environment that I actually knew people, but I didn't know everybody in there, and I began to be complacent or more nonchalant and not paying attention to what I was actually doing, you all. So, like I said, this could have been very dangerous. It was dangerous for me because I am still paying for it today. But actually, like I said, in this situation, it could be life or death. I said it could be life or death. So, like I said, this is the main thing, when going out. And if you all go out this weekend, and if there is any other ladies that has actually gone to this spot, because it's a pretty familiar spot, and you have actually been through the same experience or had the same experience leaving this particular establishment, then I suggest you get on the phone and absolutely get into this case, because Mr. Cage is actually he's going to set out to possibly sue these people. He want answers, and rightfully so. I mean, had I taken my wife and my sister to a particular place and this type of thing happened to them, I would absolutely want to know what happened at pretty much all costs, you all. And like I said, had he not been there, these ladies could be dead today. I said these ladies could definitely be dead today, you all. And thankful this man was at the right place at the right time, because he did absolutely save their lives, you all. He did absolutely save their lives, ain't no telling what would have happened had he not got them to the emergency room where they can get the proper care that they needed, to combat this poison that they had actually ingested into their body, you all. Like I said, I didn't want to come on here and stay too long, but it was a very important topic to me, because I do have a lot of associates and people that I care about that actually still engage in these type of activities. And this is one of the things that I would definitely hate to see happen to any of my associates, friends, or loved ones, you all. Like I said, pay attention to surroundings and watch each other's back. And if you want to turn up, consider doing that at home, you all. Consider doing that at home. God First Christ Gang. You all have a blessed and happy Tuesday. Prayerfully, I can see you all again before the day is up. Peace. We out. Have a good one, y'all.